I'm Andrea and welcome to another video of mine. Today I am doing the July TBR slash TBR jar slash other stuff. I'm going to start this video by showing you my reading so far this year. Yes, I made a graph. Yes, I'm a nerd. And yes, I kind of love it. It's been a really rough year, guys. I read a total of 28 books so far. And it's been a little up and down, if you can tell. I've been slumping pretty hard. I had a good month and then slump. Good month, slump, slump. It's been a rough year for reading. That's been my year so far, so I'm finally in a feeling where I want to read. So far, I've already read one book this month, and I'm just in such a reading mood now that I am going to take it and I'm going to embrace it. And so I am making my first TBR video of the year, simply because since I have this, I'm going to put this out to the public. I'm going to release exactly what I'm planning on reading, and then now that it's out for all of you guys to see, you'll know if I fail, which will make me not want to fail even more because I like to succeed. I don't want to have to admit failure to anyone, so I'm going to succeed. Basically, that's what I'm trying to say. Does it make any sense? I hope so. There's been one book that I already read this month, and that was Paper Towns by John Green. I'm not going to talk about it because I'm actually going to do a wrap-up this month. Wow. Crazy, I know. So I'm going to talk about that there. I am about 75% through The Forever Song by Julie Kagawa. I am buddy reading this, and I've been reading the whole series with Sarah or Kate or wherever she wants to be called. I'm about 75% through, and so I'm going to be finishing that up this month. Next, I'm going to be reading The Perfect Scoundrels by Allie Carter. I've really been just desiring and wanting to read her work. So instead of going back and rereading the series that I really want to reread, which I still might do this month, so we'll see, I'm going to finish up another series she has that I haven't finished, and this is the third book. So I'm excited to read it because she's one of my favorites and has been one of my favorites. She was my first author that I loved since I was younger, so she has a special place in my heart. These next three I actually pulled from a TBR jar, but since that footage does not exist, I'm just going to show them to you. But before I do that, I'm going to show you my TBR jar because I just made it. Because I have a lot of books to read, and I realize sometimes I just don't know what to read because there's so many options. So I think just being able to choose randomly is a really good idea. It's not actually a jar, but I'm going to continue to call it a TBR jar because that's what it's called. Anyways, so this is my TBR jar. It looks like a book, and I just have it on my shelf, and it's really cool, and I got it from Hobby Lobby. There's like a whole section of them, all different sizes, thin, big, tall, short. I just bought one because I apparently have self-control. Who knew? I had to buy it because there's no way I could see this and not buy it, and I didn't know what I want to put in it, but then I had this idea, so there's just a bunch of slips of papers in there, which are all of my to-be-read books. So, yeah, I chose 3 from this. The footage was actually, I thought, pretty good, but apparently not good enough for my camera to keep recording. Now I'm going to show you the 3 books that I picked from it. The first one I picked was Imperial Spy by Mark Robson. I believe this is the first book. I also have the second one, so I might have been incorrect. It might be the other one. Whatever one's the first one after I look it up on Goodreads is the one I'll be reading. I'm actually rather excited to read this because it's fantasy, it's about spies, and I love that stuff. I love it so much, and I haven't ever heard anything about this book, which makes me really excited to read it. The next book that I ended up picking on my TBR was Humans by Matt Haig. Basically this book is about an alien that comes to Earth and has to pretend to be human, and it's kind of him just analyzing and understanding humanity and learning about it. And I'm just a sucker, and I love anything that kind of thinks and really works through humanity and our like social norms, and maybe how we do things are actually pretty weird, but since we grew up this way, it's how it is, and our emotions and just what it means to be human. That stuff, I love that stuff, and it's a fiction book, so I'm really excited. I've had this for a long time, so I'm really excited I pulled this and that I'm finally going to be reading it. Another one that I've had for a while that I was always like, meh, is Crazy by Amy Reed. I've read another book by her and was like, alright, so I kind of debated whether or not I want to read this, but this is the one where in my original footage I pulled it and I was like, okay, and then I looked inside and I got super excited, and I'm still really excited. I think as soon as I'm done like filming and maybe editing this, I'm going to start it, because when I looked in it I realized that the entire book is just emails sent back and forth between two people. And I love that. Like, I'm so excited to read it because there's no other story other than these two emails between these two people. So I'm super excited. Like, I'm genuinely crazy excited for this. And I can't wait to start reading it. And the final one that I pulled from my TBR. Oh yeah, originally I was going to only pull 3, but then I got really excited about pulling this one, and I was like, let's pull another. So I pulled another, because I'm dumb. And that is The School for Good and Evil by Soman Chinani. And this is a middle grade, and I've heard absolutely amazing things about this. From what I understand, it's these two best friends. One is kind of darker, more villainous. The other one's more perfect and princessy. And I guess at a certain age, you're supposed to get taken to either like the good or the evil. And you obviously think, based on their stereotypicalness, that they're going to go to those ones that correspond to them, but instead they actually go to the opposite ones, and I think it's them dealing with that. But I'm excited about this because I've heard amazing things, and I always like finding new middle grade because I don't know very much of it. And also I do have younger siblings, so it's kind of exciting to find things for them because they always ask. I don't know too much middle grade, so I'm excited to read this one. That is my July TBR. My goal is 7 this month. I think maybe I'm getting ahead of myself, but maybe not. One of them's already read, so I just have 6 to go. That's all I have to think about, and I just gotta keep on track and I'll be fine. I'm 75 the way through another one, so I'll be fine, guys. I got this. I got this. You got this. We all got this. That is my video. Thank you so much for watching it. I am melting right now from heat, so I should go. And thank you so much for watching. You're all very cool people, and I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys!